I recently found these great frames at a Japanese shop called Muji. Now the nice thing is they've got a slit in the top there, and there are two pieces of perspex that just slide out. So the intention is that you're supposed to put an image, poster, photo, whatever you want, in between these two, and then you pop them together like that and slide it back in. And a really nice way to display it, either this way or this way. Actually, it's got hanging things on the back, but I had this idea to put in one of my embroideries, this one here, but it wasn't going to sit well in between the two pieces of perspex. I don't actually like covering up the embroidery with glass or perspex. I think it's so much nicer when you can actually see the textures. So I decided to do away with the perspex, and instead I got a nice rigid piece of card. I'm going to stick this onto this using a simple glue stick. These glue sticks are really great to use with fabric. Okay, that's covered nicely. Now it's a good idea to iron your piece to make it nice and flat. And then we're going to flip it over. Now because it's not see-through, it's kind of hard to see where that's going to sit. So I'm going to first see where that sits to make sure it's not too high, not too low. So it's roughly in the center. That's about that far away, and that's about that far. So I'm just going to move it across, pop it down, and then I'm just going to flip it over and see whether it needs to be moved. Now, if I fold those over, I can see that it's a little bit too close this way, so I need to move it that way. And you can see it's very easy to peel it off. So if you need to reposition it a few times, you can. Now I think that looks better this way. That looks nice and even. And then here and here, that looks nice and even. So now what we need to do is really press everything down. Get out any air bubbles. All right, that looks pretty good to me. Now we're going to flip it over. And now I'm doing all four corners. Next, I'm going to just stick down the corners like this. And now we're going to put the glue over the top. It doesn't look too great on this side, but we want it looking nice on this side. And then on the reverse, I'm going to cover this with glue, and then I'm going to cover the back just to neaten it up. Okay, so there we go. That looks better. Now let's get the frame. Hopefully it fits. It's probably going to be a little bit tighter than the perspex because we do have a bit of thickness on the edges. Oh wow, I really like this. There we go. That is really, really beautiful. Beautiful finish.